Good morning, that didn't even come out right. Good morning, YouTubers. Obviously, you know what I'm about ready to think of. Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. So, a lot going on, and this morning I could not wait to get up and check the price of crypto and the price of my silver. A lot of people, though, are looking at crypto as end-all to the be-all, because we've seen enormous gains last week. It shocked me. Friday night, when I did a live stream, it was brought to my attention, you still holding your crypto. I said, I will never sell my crypto, especially at a loss. However, I do have a fair amount. I haven't been adding more money into it up until this weekend. We're going to get into that in just a minute. Because I've been focusing on real money, real assets, which I believe is silver. Silver has been around from the beginning of time, and I believe it always will be. It's not huge gains overnight. A lot of people will say it's just there to protect your purchasing power. But on the flip side, when people try to move into the space, there's not as much silver and gold out there as people really think, because there's a lot of paper contracts. And with cryptocurrency, I mean, you can say there's not as much cryptocurrency out there, but when prices are being manipulated higher to suck money out of common everyday people, then that's something to worry about. You got one asset class, silver and gold, which is being pushed lower to convince people that it's not valuable. And then you have another asset class that's being essentially pumped higher to convince more people to put their money in. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Now, if you're a crypto fan and not a silver fan, don't just jump out just yet, because you might be surprised what I'm going to say. I mean, from the first comments that I made, maybe I sound like I'm really bullish on silver, and I am really bullish on silver. However, I don't necessarily shut out cryptocurrencies 100%. However, with that being said, I think there will be a time, and you need to watch for what I'm about ready to tell you, because I believe it will happen, that a lot of people are going to get squished. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up. I recommend you watch the whole way through it today. If you're, kind of like on the fence of it, not sure, you're like, I don't know, I recommend you watch through it. It's only going to be about 12 minutes. My videos are really short and to the point once I get going. Okay. So what's going on with crypto? So last week we've seen enormous gains. Some cryptos doing as much, over 100%, which is insane. There was even bigger. However, my biggest one did 100% last week, roughly. I am big into Shiba. I have other coins. However, Shiba, I think, is going to be the more popular one because of its price. It's cheap. And a lot of, I'm going to say, dumb money is fixing to get their tax returns today and for the rest of the month. And that's why I think big money was positioning themselves, meaning, the big entities was buying up a lot of the cryptos to drive them higher. And then that way dumb money will put in on top of that. And what does that do? Well, I mean, if you have a coin that's hypothetically, I'm just going to kind of show you a little bit as best I can. You have a coin, maybe it's worth $3, and then all of a sudden, you get big money comes in, and they start putting it on there 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. People get excited. Oh, my word, did you see what happened with Shiba? I'm a Shiba holder. And then all of a sudden, dumb money gets their tax returns, and then they start piling in on top of it even more. And it continues to go higher and higher and higher. Now, what do I think will happen? What I think is going to happen is at the end of essentially tax returns, when all these people have put their money into it, I think what you're going to see is one, a stock market drop when people realize what's going on, and a huge crypto drop. As who's left holding the bag? All these people that put in late are left essentially taking a huge hit. Now, here's the thing. Did I put in? Absolutely. I put another $2,000 on Shiba just this weekend. I looked at that as it's 1 ounce of gold. I look at gold as real wealth. I look at silver as real wealth. And I think in the end, it will always be real wealth. And I think some coins will get popular, then they'll fade away, then they might get popular again, and then they'll fade away. But there's a lot of things going on right now. As that's happening, we also are coming up on the halving for Bitcoin, which means when people mine Bitcoin, they will get even less each time. Now, some people said, okay, you're still going to be getting Bitcoin. You're just going to get a little less. Okay, but that is an exciting move in the Bitcoin community, because a lot of people are saying, well, if they're going to get less, that means that what's out there is there, and it's going to get harder to mine. Therefore, naturally, if there's less of it, like there's less silver, then the price has to go up. And that's will apply with Bitcoin, I believe. However, big money knows that the average dumb money can't weather a storm as easy as they can. So all they would have to do is let it go, build it up. Dumb money gets in on top of it, and then they create the storm to basically bring the price down. When the price plunges, I mean, be honest. It looks appealing. They'll jump back in. Now, we'll talk about silver for a quick minute, because I'm going to be back and forth giving you different analogies to think about. If tomorrow silver jumped to $100, would you sell some of your silver? We're talking a 4x move on your investment in a short time period. Now, some of you guys I know will say, my silver is not for sale. It's wealth generation, and I'm going to turn it over to my kids' kids. And yeah, that might be the case for some of you. However, some of you guys are probably sitting on a little more silver than others. And maybe you would sell a portion of your silver at $100 an ounce. That basically could create a lower price temporarily. As the price comes down, let's say it drops all the way back down to 50, which I believe is a fair market value for silver right now. $50 silver is not obscene. I mean, we're talking a 40-to-1 ratio on gold to silver. So if all of a sudden silver hit 50 and you just sold at 100, you could essentially jump back in and buy it back up at $50 and have twice as much silver. Now, I realize you're not going to want to sell all your silver. I've always said I have a strategy. I've told you guys my strategy. As the price doubles, triples, quadruples, I sell parts of my silver off. I'm not going to be greedy and wait for I don't know what people wait for. I mean, when silver went from $5 to $49, I don't know why some people didn't sell some of their silver at that point. And maybe some of you watching the channel, you did. But maybe some of you watching the channel are brand new to silver and you've never seen a big move like that. Maybe you started buying in. I talk to a lot of people now that started buying when it was, selling for like $28, $29. And then they got discouraged that now it's down to 23. Some of y'all got excited. You're like, heck, I'm getting more for my money. And that's how I feel about it. With crypto, though, I believe a lot of money is flowing into crypto right now. And as tax returns come, you're going to see even more of that dumb money flow in because people are seeing these big gains. Now, me personally, yes, I put basically $2,000 in, which is an equivalent to almost an ounce of gold. When you look at the price, I know someone out there might be like, that's not quite an ounce. You're right, it's not quite an ounce. But I put that in, and my intention is hopefully I'm going to be taking that out in a month roughly, and it will have doubled. Now, I don't know what could happen. If I lose it, I'm prepared for that. I mean, you guys know I like to go to the casinos once in a while. And that's kind of how I look at crypto. I look at crypto as one big casino. And if you're the gambling type, then, that's one thing. And if you're against any kind of risky investments, well, I mean, risky investments are usually how the rich they usually know what's going on ahead of time, but it's how people sometimes hit that grand slam. I mean, I had my opportunity too, but I sold out too short on Dogecoin, and I never actually got up to that peak. However, I was happy with my gains. I got, a few ounces of gold at the end of it, and I put some of the extra money into other cryptocurrencies. Paid my taxes on it and moved on. And then those other cryptocurrencies, including Shiba, all plunged. But I didn't care because I got out with a profit at first. Now, here we are going into that same cycle, I believe, right now. Now, when cryptocurrencies do eventually get blasted, if they do, we don't know for sure, but I believe they will eventually, then a lot of money is going to be flowing back into silver, because during that time period, as that's getting crushed, as the stock market's getting crushed, as more bad news comes out about the economy, and people are already starting to see the bad. It's bad. It's bad, but they're trying to cover it up as best they can, because they need to make sure that everybody knows that what's going on in the world in the U.S. with Bidenomics, it's working great, supposedly. So they say on the news. I don't, my opinion, the economy's tough right now. People are struggling, but a lot of people are going to be feeling rich here in the next month or so, because they're all getting their tax returns. And for me, that's an opportunity. Now, what I am hoping is that if cryptos, especially Shiba, goes up, then I'm hoping that silver doesn't really have a big jump, because I've said for a while now that I think the next big dip for silver is going to be at the end of March, because that's the last day of the first financial quarter. A lot of short positions have to be basically adjusted. And by adjusted, I won't say covered necessarily. Covered might be the proper word. However, I say adjusted because I think they're going to put even more shorts down to push the price really low. They're going to cover their position, and then essentially it's going to shoot the price back up within a couple of days. But if all of a sudden the crypto markets and everything start plunging, then we could see some really excitement in the economy and what's in the silver market and the crypto market. And by excitement, I definitely don't want to be in when it's falling, but no one can predict the exact day that it's all going to come down. If I had to bet, I would say that we've got a lot of stuff in front of us this month that could really change the game. Now, I know some people are like, people have been saying that for years, and to a point they have been. However, for years now, we have been getting worse and worse in the economy, worse and worse with our purchasing power, worse and worse with inflation. Things are getting worse. So for anybody out there that says they've been saying that for years and nothing happened, I can't say no one. I don't think that it's going to happen overnight. I think it's going to be a slow road of decline. And the thing is, once the DXY chart, the dollar index, drops below 100, we could start to see a crazy shift in precious metals. We're already seeing big banks buying up gold. Why do you think that is? Because they know what's coming. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video, but I'm going to probably talk more on these topics throughout the week. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope it gave you something to think about. Keep stacking, my friends, but look for an opportunity at the end of the month, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. I hope you all have a great day. Please be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me because it helps me out more than you know. Hit that subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Take care, everybody, and have a great day.